You know you've changed when people don't understand you anymore. You know you're on self-improvement when you just want to be in solitude and spend time alone. That's the stage that I'm at in my life right now. I've never felt more peace in my life. I start and finish my days with prayer and reading, and honestly, life's just fucking peaceful, man. I could never imagine sitting here on a Friday night at peace with myself, proud of myself. Like, I'm genuinely deeply proud of myself. I've never had that in my life. That is what sobriety does to you. That's what it will do for you if you make the move. And look, don't let relapse put you off getting sober. I've probably promised myself 100 times I'm not going to drink or use drugs anymore. Maybe more. Promise myself Monday will be different. I'm going to start fresh on Monday. I went through processes of changing my toothbrush every single Monday because I thought that was a fresh start. Every Sunday I'd clean my room fully on a massive come down from alcohol and cocaine. Just in a state of complete guilt and shame and just wanting to get out of my own skin. And tonight is the night where I'd go and do all that. Friday night, maybe Saturday. I sometimes wouldn't even last until Thursday. And if you told me 10 months ago where I'd be right now mentally, I wouldn't believe you. Physically, I could not believe you. Spiritually, I couldn't believe you. So if anyone's going through the horrible fucking cycle of addiction right now, this one's for you. And it's not an easy process. People say, oh, what do they say about life? Well, they always say, don't they? You just have to find yourself. It's like, no, you create yourself. The experiences you're going through right now, the emotions that you're going through, are all building your character. And I know it seems like hell right now. I know it seems fucking awful. Trust me, I know. I haven't pictured the situation I was in for a long time, but I'm picturing it this minute in my head. And everyone was mad at me in the house. Everyone knew I had a problem. I was crying to myself every single weekend. I genuinely fucking hated life. Genuinely. I contemplated suicide. And it feels stupid saying that, but I did. I felt so alone. I felt so... just the worst emotions you can ever imagine. And that's what addiction does to you. It's horrible. It's genuinely horrible. But without getting emotional, this one's for the people who are struggling with that. And let this video be a reminder to you that you can truly, truly, truly change your life. But, and that's a big but, you have to start taking action. It's so strange with life. You will genuinely be given what you deserve. I believe that fully. Whatever situation you're in right now, unfortunately, is the result of your actions over the last 5 years. It is for me. But if you use that to your power, if you use that to your advantage, you could start putting the actions in place required. And how did I actually get sober? Let's just go through them steps. Well, I had realizations, huge realizations, before I got sober. I knew it was a massive problem. I knew it was affecting my relationship. I knew it was affecting my parents, my family. I knew that long before I got sober. I didn't physically do anything about it. I said, yeah, I want to change. I did genuinely want to change. I wouldn't be crying if I didn't. But I just didn't really try anything. Then I went to AA. Now, for anyone who's been to AA or thought about going and put off the thought, it did genuinely save my life. And I think that's because I went in thinking this is my last option. I went in, I watched an interview before, Brandon Novak. If you've never watched him, he's got some super good interviews, really changed my mind and made sobriety somewhat attractive. And he said on one of these interviews before I went, he said, look for the similarities, not the differences. You can't go in looking for the differences. So that was the first major step. I went to AA. I saw people in these AA meetings that had what I wanted, 20, 30 years sobriety, explaining their stories, which started 10 times worse than mine, which was so much better than mine was. Their lives were awful. Even people with a year's sobriety, their lives were so much better. Give AA a try. Then I started working deeply on discipline. I had no discipline in my life. I know everyone goes on about cold showers and ice baths and getting up early in a morning routine. Honestly, that fixed my life. I have 5 non-negotiables I do right now. I don't do the ice baths so much in the summer. I've been doing them a bit, but they're not ice baths. Like, it's fucking warm. I just feel like I'm lying to myself. So I wake up, I weigh myself. That waking up's not a non-negotiable. Well, that's the point. Waking up's a blessing. I wake up. I wake up. I weigh. I hydrate. I walk to church. I have a church 2 minutes from my house. I walk there. I say my morning prayer. I come home. I read. And I practice Polish because I'm learning that language. They're my 5 non-negotiables. I mean, I work out. That's a non-negotiable for me as well. But they're my 5 things in my morning routine now. For me, before, the non-negotiables will be ice bath and waking up the time I said I would. Because I needed that discipline. I know these things seem so simple, but they can really build discipline. If you've never read Atomic Habits, it talks about them 1% wins every single day. I read that. The first book I read when I got sober. I read the majority of it. I'm not gonna lie. I read most of it, and I got the gist. It was basically saying if I put the 1% actions in every single day over a year, I'm 365% better. Cool. That's what I've been doing. 10 months. And trust me, I feel 100,000 million times percent better. Then came the emotions of, I guess, my childhood. Why was I drinking in the first place? Well, I was insecure, deeply insecure. Why else was I drinking and using drugs? I couldn't speak to anyone. I was nervous. I was shy. I'm still quite shy, really. I enjoy my own space. But if I feel the need to speak to someone, I will. I always try and dive into the things that are most scary for me. I read a book, or I listened to the audiobook. It's called The Confident Mind. And it's like an ex-NFL player or something. And he speaks about the things that make you anxious, that are going to positively influence you, is exactly what you should be doing. So what makes me anxious? Going, introducing myself to people. Maybe lifting new weight in the gym. I don't know. Anything. I get anxious to get in the fucking ice bath in the morning. But I do it. I really think they were the 3 key pillars to changing my life. Realization, listening to people that had the results that I wanted, and deep self-analysis. I had to realize why I'd got to where I was in my life in the first place. Why did I drink? Why did I use drugs? I was deeply insecure. I didn't enjoy my reality, what I'd created for myself. And then it was just literally about making a plan. In fact, doesn't matter. Don't even make a plan. Plan your day. If there's one thing I can tell you what may change your life, one day at a time. Don't think about the future, you'll be anxious. Don't think about the past, you'll be depressed. Live in the now. Okay? If you can stay sober just for today and do that every single day, just focus on today. Doesn't matter about life stresses, nothing's going to change. Things are going to happen in the world regardless. Just focus on today. If you do need any kind of help, a lot of you don't come over to my Instagram. I'm on there all day long. I post stories, I post reels, I'm always speaking to people in the DMs, helping them. You can also book a call, that's down below in the description, but reach out to me on Instagram. Message me if there's something you need help with. Whether it's weed, I struggled with that as well. Coke, I struggled with that. Alcohol, I struggled with that. Porn, I struggled with that. I had every addiction you can imagine. Cigarettes. I still smoke the occasional cigar. I still use the occasional nicotine pouch, but I don't really have any self-destructive habits anymore. And I can say that wholeheartedly. Guys, a longer video today. I didn't plan on doing a long video, to be completely honest. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that ramble. Not sure what day it is of making a YouTube video every single day. And I'm going to title this video, Sobriety Changed My Life. Appreciate you all, guys.